It's my man, the myth, the legend. Happy birthday to me. Yes, today is actually my birthday. Couldn't have a better birthday present. Why? Because we have a man in the house. This guy, does he ever take a day off? Well, let me tell you something. He's gone 3,869 days in a row without missing a single video. What are we up to? Actually, we're over 600 days straight, right? Lifer, over 600 days straight, I think, without missing a single video. Christmas Day, not missing a video. Thanksgiving, doesn't miss a video. His wife's like, hey, Sam, let's get out of here. Let's go, go on vacation. He's like, we got charts to look at. We got trading to do. We got people to help all over the place. He's all over the place. He's on BitBoy. He's here. He's there. He's on Debate Crypto. He's nonstop. He's a machine. He's healthy. He's waking up. Perfect diet, perfect health. The man is disciplined. He's working out. He's drinking his green tea. He's nonstop. He's all over the place. He blows my mind. This guy's energy. I don't know how he does it. Man, crazy. The man himself, Crypto Lifer. How are you doing today, baby?
Doing great, man. Thank you so much. When I met you, I knew you had that fire in you, man. I still remember the day we were hanging out, and I was like, because you don't meet a lot of people that give extra energy, right? I was like, how you doing? Then you meet someone like, hey, what's up? It's to meet you. And you're like, wow, that guy's got it. And I'm like, I got it. Let's get it. Let's go. And dude, just build you up, man. Like,
it's so crazy. I'm talking to someone, and then I turn around, and you're just right there. And I'm like, it's Crypto Lifer, baby. It was so fun. Met him in Miami, the Central Miami. This guy is an absolute machine. I remember I already knew about you, but after I'm trying to remember the timeline here, but I remember I got back onto you. I was like, oh yeah, this guy. I follow a zillion YouTubers, and sometimes you just lose track.
No, I remember talking to you. Like, I was watching you every single day. I'm like a heavy disciplined guy, so like if you don't want to like stick into the charts, so you maybe have to go hiking, you get away, you might. But you'll come back when you want to get that education or just vibe in again. You know what I mean?
So, yes, that's right. And so, I'm trying to remember the timeline, but when I first was like, oh yeah, I remember this guy, Crypto Lifer. I was watching you on BitBoy. You were on BitBoy and on Around the Blockchain, baby, with DZ in the house. I love it. And so then started watching you again for months, leading up to that. And then all the Luna stuff happened, and I was kind of a mess for a long time. So this guy right here, okay, I'm not a real good trader. I'm not much of a trader, but if I ever did want to become a trader, you know where I'd go. I'd hit up Crypto Lifer. He's one of the most unique traders and I watch so many of them out there. Crypto Lifer is one of the best. If I wanted to dedicate hours upon hours upon hours a day, because if you want to be a trader, it takes work, it takes discipline, it takes hard work. You got to be consistent. You got to do your homework and know what you're doing. I'd be hitting up Lifer. I'd be signing up for his channel. So this guy's all over the place. He just finished his live show a little bit ago. Be sure in the description below, I have his YouTube channel in the description below. Be sure to go like, subscribe, bell button. Also, okay, I didn't put in your Twitter though. Dang it. So your Twitter, I'm going to share my screen. Okay. Let me do that and I'll zoom in. Let's find your Twitter real quick. Okay. I've been scrambling all morning. Okay. I think it's at Crypto Lifer.
Churchy tree.
Yeah. 3. That's right. And I'm gonna share this and put it in the chat. Copy link. We're gonna put it in the chat. Follow this man. You also may have seen my tweet go out. Follow this man. I love it. He's all over the place. Crypto Lifer. He's fun. He's entertaining. He's upbeat. What he does is he goes over all kinds of, he just combs through all kinds of coins. You can send him a super chat. He'll look up the charts. He's very unique in the way you trade. I want to hear. Tell us more.
mean, I'm self-taught. So like,
Yeah.
I took the basics from someone that didn't know it amazingly well, but like, was able to teach me the basics. And then I just kind of like did it, right? Like it's interesting. Like for instance,
Yeah.
I was a cameraman for years and I was in the film industry, right?
Yeah.
And there was people that went to film school, like, or their brother or sister was like a cameraman. They learned f-stop, and then there was guys that just bought a camera and just kept touching it until they got better at it, right? So and I found like music is the same way. You have classically trained musicians. You have musicians that just literally taught themselves everything they knew. Jimi Hendrix, right? Self-taught, right? He didn't he played the thing upside down. So I kept, honestly, I asked myself what I wanted to die, like what I want to remember when I died, right? That's kind of like my whole life. I was trying to find my destiny. Close my eyes because I remember like seeking through my mind. Like I was trying to, I wanted to know what I was here for. Like, what am I here for? Like that answer had to be answered for me. Like I couldn't just, I know a lot of people, they die, they never answer that question. Like to me, no. Like, and honestly, when you make that something you have to answer, it's kind of a tough life because by 2025, you're going to be asking this question, like, what am I here for? And every time you research someone like Martin Luther King, Samuel Clemens, someone that you remember that's left an indelible mark on your life. Indelible means forever, like it leaves a mark forever that you can't wash away. And so like when someone leaves an indelible mark on your life, we're all inspired by that. Everyone here has researched someone in the past, I believe, that has inspired them. So why do I get to be inspired by someone in my life and not inspire someone when I'm dead? I feel like it's karma. Like, how come I get to be inspired by all these awesome people that lived before me? And then I'm going to die regular and no one's going to remember me. No one's ever going to say, you know what? I was inspired by Sam Price's life. So I felt that if I didn't leave my mark on this earth, pointless, right? So anything I did, whatever I was going to do, I wanted to do uniquely. I bring up Rodney Mullen a lot. Skateboarder. Everybody skateboarded. There was a pretty, and everyone had different tips and tricks. Everyone added a uniqueness to it, but there was a formation, once they started doing, once they got into street tricks, everyone did kick flips, grinds. Someone did crooked grinds, different types of grinds, but he was the first person to start flipping the board upside down and calling it a dark slide. Like nobody even thought of that. Like he would flip the board on the grip tape and slide down a rail upside down and then flip the board back up and land on it. He could land on the board sideways. He could land on the board. Like he could do things with his feet. Just type in Rodney Mullen and watch a 15-minute video on YouTube. If it doesn't give you goosebumps. So I watched that video. I kept watching great individuals. I bring up Jimi Hendrix a lot because he played the guitar upside down. A lot of the people that were great at things did things uniquely in such a way that they didn't do it like anybody else. So I said, if I'm going to do something, anything in life, I got to put my mark on it. I got to do it in a way, so like I find Cup and Handles. They call me Sammy Cup and Handy. There's no one in the world that they call Sammy Cup and Handy like me. You can go through thousands, 50,000 traders in the world. You can go through any trader you want. Like I'll find that cup and handle and I will bang on it. You know what I mean? So they call me Sammy Cup and Handy. Like it's just, I had to find a unique way of doing things. That's all.
I haven't heard the Sammy Cup and Handy and then the cheer. I haven't heard. I almost super chatted to you the other day. Maybe I
haven't done it as much in a while. You go through evolutions as a personality on YouTube or anywhere, right? And like I say, baking on the beach for a while. And then I used to doing damage. We haven't said doing it. You just kind of go through things and you gravitate towards words. And I used to say that word a lot. I haven't said that as much anymore, but we'll always have it. It'll be a staple. We'll make sure it's, this kind of creates the brand, right? Cup and handle, the brand. Like you start kind of getting these little intricate things that people know about,
I love it. I really have been, I haven't heard it in a while.
Sammy Cup and Handy to the
outside. I need to hear the Sammy Cup and Handy and then the cheering.
Sammy Cup and Handy to the it's like Sammy Cup and Handy to the upside. I don't know.
All right. So when is Jewel? What's the chart with Jewel? What's going on there?
The Jewel chart. Yeah. And just so everyone knows, I am not paid to do this. Someone said, oh, like he paid a YouTuber to pop his project or something. We just bumped into each other. He sent the message. You know what? Ask and you shall receive. When I first started, I was trying to grow. I wanted to grow. I don't like to use the word try. Every time I use it, I get it out of my mind. I desired to grow. Every time you want to use the word try, desire, change it for desire. I desired to do this. I desired to do that. Think about this. You're walking through, there's a door. Can you open that door? Yeah, I'm going to try to do it. Do you think I'm going to do it? If I tell
Heck
you I'm going
yeah.
to try to do something, you think I'm going to do it?
Oh
It
yeah.
sounds like, well, no, it's to me, it sounds like you're not going to do it. Like, I'll try. Like,
Oh, I see
like
what
say
you
you
mean.
meet someone. This is how I pointed out. I was at like a high school reunion recently, and you bump into someone and you seem to reconnect, and you honestly really want to reconnect with this person, and you're like, dude, like you live right there, like we haven't seen it, dude, we gotta hang out, like I definitely want to call you. And he's like, yeah, I'll try to do that next week. That guy ain't calling you back. You know what I mean? Like, try is what people use to diffuse a situation, to say they're going to do something when they damn well know they're not going to do it. It's like when you say you're going to try to do it, you're self-lying, in my humble opinion. You know what I mean? Unless you say, I tried it once. People say, okay, I'll try it. Like, I'll try a sip of it. Different with food. Like, I'll try some, I'll try a bite of that, right? That's a little different. But when it comes to your life, accomplishing something, get rid of the word try. I'm telling you right now.
Do or do not.
Yeah, you do or you do not,
Yoda, baby. Yoda.
So he hit me up, was like, let's live. So yeah, it's very rare that I'm going to do anything for money. You know what I mean? Like, of course I run my business and stuff like that. But if someone hits me up, hey, could you talk about our coin? We'll give you $5,000. I'm going to be like, I already make a bunch of money with my name. People know me. If I make the $5,000 off your coin and then your coin gets rug pulled and I look like a fool, is that worth $5,000? No. So
that's right.
And most of these people pay you 2 to 3. So I don't do paid promotions. I just don't do them. You know what I mean? I don't have to, thank the Lord. So I just want to make it really clear for everyone here. Like, I got this hat for free. It's been in my house ever since, because a lot of guys would just show up, throw a hat on just to do it. I really like the passion of the team. I looked at everybody's eyes when I was in Miami, everyone on his team. I stared in their eyes like this. And I said, tell me about your project. And like, no, the top 3 guys, every one of them looked dead in my face. I didn't get a sense of deception. I got a sense of passion. I got a sense people cared about what they were doing. And I'm pretty, I care about what I'm doing. So I felt passion. I felt passion from Crypto Grady. So just looking at the charts, this is Jejule chart, right? Is that what I'm looking at right now?
Oh yeah. Hey, and you can share your screen at the below on the bottom. It says
yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Okay. Present. Yeah. And share screen. And then I'm going to pick the screen that I want to share, which is this one. And we're in there like swimwear.
Yep.
All
right.
Honestly, Jules, I mean, it was low, 15 cents, pumped up to a high, and it got onto, this is crypto. Is it on crypto.com? Is that where it is? Because it's weird. The chart says crypto, which is weird for me. It usually would say like where it was on, where it was. Maybe it's just doing overall chart, like coin market cap data or something. But
I hope it's coin market cap data and not CoinGecko. That one finally got updated. They are deep in talks with Binance.us, with Coinbase, with Bybit, with Bitmart, all kinds. Crypto.com is also, they're in conversations with all of them. They're going to be launching on 1 or 2 or 3 centralized exchanges over the next 3 to 6 months. It's a long process.
Interesting.
So it's just a DEX on Clayton and on DFK chain right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. So, I mean, 15 cents came back down to 15, came back up to 30, back to 15. It's just ranging, right? And it's oversold on a big time frame, which tells me that it's likely to get a little bit of a move back to the top of the trend. And, Bitcoin took a little bit of a hit. Most coins did. This one, obviously, smaller market cap, didn't take a hit his bad. A $14 million market cap with $125 million supply. The diluted very close to the market cap. I mean, that's an interesting idea with a team that really wants to move. I just want to keep watching you guys, make sure you hit milestones, but there's a chance that, this thing could be a winner. 50x, maybe 100x, you got it on Pangolin, Trader Joe, Sushi Swap, and Mexi, baby. Mexi is really the gem. How was it getting on the Mexi? Were you part of that process? I'm just, I work with them. They just seem to get all the hottest coins. I'm trying to figure out how they access these little coins. Like where do they, what are they doing? Because it seems like they're able to get coins from the decentralized world a lot quicker. They're like the new KuCoin. Remember, KuCoin used to do that more. Now KuCoin's kind of like, Mexi seems to really be getting. I did a video about it recently, how coins are evolving from the decentralized world into centralized exchanges. That's an interesting thing, man. How did you get Jewel up on Mex Global?
I don't even know. I didn't even know it was there. I have no idea. So like 98% or 99% of all the trading is just done right there on the DEX, because DeFi Kingdoms is first and foremost, it's a DEX. It's a decentralized exchange.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all done pretty much on the DFK chain and on Clayton. And so for some, it's been a lot of hard work for them to try and get CoinGecko in those. At least you saw the correct tokenomics there.
Yeah, you said it got changed today or yesterday too, so it's nice to have it for the live. Yeah.
Does anybody know? Does anybody know how it got on Mexi? That's interesting. Okay, so
like I thought you guys would contact the exchange, but they grab it up. Like they just kind of like.
I think they might have just done it on their own. They might have just had the tokens, and so I think I remember Dreamer saying somebody did just launch it on their exchange, and they didn't even know. Might have been. I wonder if it was Mexi. That's interesting. Okay, so yes, so as they've said here, so DeFi Kingdoms has been down a rough road, and most projects would have died. Most teams would not have pushed through and become resilient like they have. So there was a bunch of FUD that was 100% false against the project. Basically 100% false. And that's when I couldn't help. Like they had a mass exodus out of the ecosystem, and it was like a good 98% out. They had 55,000 daily active users. Okay, at one point, daily active users. Now it's like less than 1,000. And a few months ago, it got down less than 500 daily active users. But I was like, this isn't right. So I just couldn't even help myself. Started the YouTube channel to come to the defense of the team, because it is the dream team of all crypto dream teams. They're grinding through the bear market. So Dreamer, who you spoke with there in Miami, he was an executive for Goldman Sachs, and he was the one managing risk management.
Goldman Sachs executive that's behind this project. And so people don't realize, like I pick up like people watching this right now and they're like, oh, they're doing some low cap gem and some smaller channel. And I'm like, you don't realize, man, that's where the gems come from. Like you got to keep your eyes and ears open to everything that's going on. You know what I mean? But keep going. Sorry to interrupt. But this is a huge thing. That's really caught my eye. I'm looking at the guy and he's like, I worked at Goldman Sachs. And I'm looking at him like, what'd you just say? You know, I'm like, well, who are you again?
And he wasn't only working for Goldman Sachs. He was the one in charge of risk management for the entire company. It's like he managed their largest accounts. Okay. And that's Dreamer. So the founder is Frisky Fox, who's just a phenomenal, big brains, high IQ dev. And he founded it with Pieface, who's Dreamer's wife. Okay. So they were good friends. He had worked with Pieface, the developer, for other projects in the past. They were real close. And then later, Dreamer left Goldman Sachs to join this project. Okay. There's several other big brain GOAT level devs. So I could break it down for hours. Then, okay. So in the big brains of the economy and different things, then they've made partnerships. So they've teamed up with Wisdom Gaming, which I just got back from. So I went to East Denver and then up to Minneapolis, Minnesota, Mall of America. Wisdom Gaming just got back and it's like hit the ground running. It slept an average of 2 hours a night. Okay. So still trying to get my bearings straight, and so much going in the ecosystem. We did some videos yesterday. And so this Wisdom Gaming company is phenomenal. Then, they've had the Harmony Bridge hack was utterly devastating. Okay. For this, because primarily at that time, it was only on Harmony. Fortunately, they had started their own blockchain and Avalanche subnet, the DFK chain, and they were able to kind of move all it took some fast development. So they had to they've been working 7 days a week. Like they don't hardly even ever take a break. So they finally got all the usability of the game moved from Serendale to the DFK chain. And then they moved, which they have Crystalvale. So the two different realms. Then they moved.
What is Serendale and Crystalvale? What is that? What's going on there?
This is the realm here. I'll right here. Okay. Let's see. I'm
gonna stop sharing, right?
Yeah, I got it. I think I can just take it back. Okay. So this is the Crystalvale map, and you can go into different spots in the map. For example, the marketplace is where you see the trader, which is the DEX. So the trader right here, this gal right here, there's all kinds of stuff going on all over the place on this map, which, there's so many. I help bring on new people all the time into the game. It's so fun. But it takes, there's so much to go. The game is so in depth. The NFTs of these heroes are so in depth. They're the most complex based off code NFTs there is out there anywhere. As far as I know, I'd love to hear if there's any others. The NFTs, the genetics go really deep. And so the game is so complex. Okay, this is Crystalvale, and you can go through different things. This is where you can trade. They have the gardens here where you can create liquidity with the druid here, and then the seed box.
So you made like fun interactions with how a regular DEX would work. Is that how I'm getting
right.
this? Yeah.
You got it. So they kind of gamify the DEX, but then they're also creating a high level, in-depth game for esport. That'll be an esport level game with Wisdom Gaming. It's going to be a PvP combat coming soon. They're talking about letting us test a portion of that, coming up at some point. We're going to be able to test the PvP portion, and then they got PvE coming, and they have crafting coming, and it goes way deep down the rabbit hole. So then if I come over here to the Clayton blockchain, okay, this is the Serendale realm, which was just recently moved. Okay. And the seed box here, you got some good APRs you can get creating liquidity. And on the right-hand side, you have the map, and it kind of gives you a larger perspective of things. And the more you zoom out, okay, there's lands that people own. There's guilds going on. So this is my buddy Ogre, who was just on the channel yesterday. He owns this land ruled by Ogre Abroad. And
can I become like a boss in here and just start buying tons of land and just like take over?
Yeah, but the price of land, and these things are finite. There's only going to be 250 pieces of land on each realm. So there's going to be 4 realms, 250 pieces of land,
800 realms, 800 pieces. Yeah.
Yeah. And so last time I checked, the floor price of the land right now is over $40,000. But the PvE portion of the game will involve our lands. There's going to be a whole bunch of use case for this. Yeah, so fun. Just depending on how deep you want to get in. Most people, you probably just want to go to the jeweler, buy some jewel and put it in the jeweler, stake it in the jeweler.
How do I get started? So
yeah.
Like explain, like I know when I go to get Matic or something, I buy Matic on Binance or KuCoin, and then I send it via the Matic network right over to my Matic MetaMask, right? So tell me, what do I do here? Do I have to install Clayton on my MetaMask? Get the Clayton, and then
yes,
and I would buy some Clayton because Clayton's going to pay the gas fees. I'm guessing, right?
Right. So you could go to KuCoin.
I got to go to KuCoin. I got to buy some clay.
Some clay. You could send it right in to Clayton, and then you can come to the DEX. You connect to game.defykingdoms.com or beta.defykingdoms.com, and you come to the marketplace, the central marketplace. There's the trader right here. And you can then exchange the clay for Jewel. And Jewel's the token to own. So there's Jewel at first, when this game first came out, Jewel was the in-game power token. And, so it was, they only basically had one main crypto token. Now, and that was their hesitancy of putting it on a centralized exchange at that time. Now,
wait, so the other saying it's good as you have a DFK mainnet? No.
Yes, DFK chain. They have their own blockchain.
You do? I didn't know that. Okay.
Avalanche. It's an Avalanche subnet. It's
It's
called
a
the
C. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Avalanche C chain subnet. You got it. And it's the C chain of Avalanche. It's the DFK chain is what it's called. And Joule is the gas fee. And so, and it does more transactions than Ethereum. I mean, at its height, it did over 4 million transactions in one day. And it does regularly close to 2 million transactions per day.
Still.
And the chain, it's a fraction of a penny. It works perfectly. It's phenomenal. Blockchain. Then Clayton, okay, because Clayton has been pumping, baby. We've seen Clayton get some good price action lately. The gas fees are a little higher there. So when you're questing, if you have heroes and you want to quest your heroes, you can come to Professions. But the gas fees, they're working on this with Clayton to essentially reduce the gas fees by 75%. So it makes more sense to quest here. So most people in the ecosystem, they're living on the DFK chain more than the Clayton chain.
Yeah, because they're paying less for the actions.
Right.
Yeah.
When you're doing, like, I actually have, believe it or not, over 1,800 heroes in this game. And there's long conversations we can go. I don't want to take you too far down rabbit trails, but the nice thing we do a lot of things on this Clayton blockchain too. And it kind of depends which type of heroes you have and what you're doing, but there's still a lot of transactions on Clayton. They've been a great partnership, and there's an extensive attempt to market in the South Korean world and Japan, Singapore out there, big gamers.
So how do I buy the Joule? How do I buy Joule?
Okay.
I know I can get it. It looks like I can get it on Max Global, but how do I,
here's what I would do. Buy the clay on the DFK on KuCoin.
Yeah.
Send the clay to your MetaMask Clayton wallet. It's a Clayton blockchain. And the problem with it, I can point you to after the show, or hang on here.
But I teach you how to do this, and it's changed now. Like how you add a blockchain, they made it easier, right?
Yes,
like, they didn't have this when you first started. Like
they did with
what is the Clayton? What is Clayton on though? It's weird. They're not letting me add Clayton to my MetaMask.
They should, but if not, let me send you. You can do either the Pocket Network or a different Clayton mainnet that works better.
Pocket Network works with them too.
Yeah, there's
looking at them. Pocket. Weird.
Yeah, you
have to add a network manually.
Here, so
what I used to do was this, but I don't know if you can go anymore. It was called. Oh man, I forgot. Changelist.org or something. No,
the RPC.
There's a place where you can add. Hold on, I'll go in here.
Clayton.
But the site went down. You used to be able to add anything you needed to any of your, like if you wanted to add another chain to your MetaMask, you just had to go, and I have it here. And
you could just click on it, right? They made it a lot easier. Let's see, Pocket RPC lists. Clayton welcomes DeFi Kingdoms. I think we'll be able to. Here it is. Here we go. I will put this link. This is a legit link. Copy and paste it in the chat. I'm gonna.
And just so everyone, I want to let you know too. See, I have a PowerPoint here set up, and this is basically a MetaMask class. And what I do is I explain exactly how to add networks. Yeah, chainlist.org. Let's see if it's still up and running. It wasn't for chainlist.org. Used to have a list of chains, and all you had to do was type in, like, you could connect your wallet. Okay. So you connect your wallet, boom. Doesn't really matter what chain you're on. And then you're going to look for Clayton. And they had every one of them. So I'm almost positive they're going to have Clayton. I like typo the worse than anyone ever met.
I am
never be. Like, look at it, I'm like, I can spell great. I just can't type. So look, Clayton mainnet. That's it right there, right? Cypress. Right. So I add this to my MetaMask, everybody.
Yeah.
I know how to get anything done in crypto, just to be clear. Like if you tell me how to get a coin, like because I used to tell people how to get a coin, they're like, oh, I can't do that. And I would always be like, well, then you're not a lifer then. You know what I mean? Like if you
Yeah.
say no when it comes to trying to get a coin, you're not a lifer. Like I can get any coin any way. I'll find a way. Like, you know what I mean? Like I don't care what I got to do. Like I'll find a way. I'll get that coin. Right.
You make it happen. Right. So, and I
Yeah.
just sent you on the private chat, I sent you this link because this is the Pocket Network for Clayton, which works better with okay, this is, yeah, they both the Clayton chain and the DFK chain are both on here for Pocket.
Where did you send the link? Oh yeah, Pocket's in here too, right? Yeah.
Yes.
So
So
this is great. Chainless got taken over. Someone decided it was worth it to keep this site moving. I mean, I think this site makes perfect sense.
yeah. Yeah. And I'll let you share that. So in the private chat of this chat here, paste, I sent you the
I feel like
link.
the DeFi class today. You guys are getting a free DeFi class. Like, no
That's
lie.
right,
Like,
baby.
it's kind of like I can't find the Pocket Network though. I don't know where it is. I don't know. I thought it was POKT. Let me look at it up here.
Are you able
you
to
guys
see?
got to do? You got to just keep going on these little,
Hey, this is so new onboarding new users for
Pocket
Web3
Network.
is a challenge. So check the private chat of this chat. I left it in the comments here, but there's a do you see the
To be honest,
private
Pocket, it's so strange. I'll search tons of coins,
Uh-huh.
and certain times I won't even do a huge deep dive, but the name will just like it's almost like prophetic. It happened to me with Tron when I first I first found this coin. Number one, I like the name Pocket Network. It just it makes you think, oh, they're able to do a lot of transactions in a small amount of they're trying to tell you like we don't need a lot of space to get it done. What a Pocket Network. Like I just feel that's what I get from it. Whether that's the case or not, who knows? But great marketing right off the bat. You know what I mean? And then POKT, the pocket, so I already just from the ticker alone and the way they presented their token, I was already like, man, I like this. Like, I don't know what they're doing here. And I'm telling everyone, first it starts with just I noticed something. You might not buy any of it. A couple months later, another news article comes out. Then next thing you know, like, no, maybe I'm going to start buying a couple $100 with this. Then you start a bag. And next thing you know, you 50x something because you were paying attention when no one else was paying attention.
That's right. Hey, let me turn you on to another coin here. Have you heard of this hourglass weight token?
Yo, right as you said that, the internet cut us off. Like they didn't want me to hear it. It was
so let me turn you on to another one as well. There's this hourglass weight token here. This hourglass weight. Have you heard of this at all?
Never, man. See, I always find out about another coin. That's why I'm $28 million market cap, 29 cents. Circulating supply, small again, 97 to 100 mil. It's nice.
And look at its 90-day action.
And look, its diluted market cap is just like its market cap. That's a good.
Fully diluted. Okay, what this is about, there's a TV show. Have you heard about the Next Crypto Gem TV show coming out?
Yo, this thing has gone from 5 cents in the last 3 months all the way to 29. It's done a 6x, everybody, and it's still holding gains. Like, I mean, it came down a little bit, but geez. Yeah. Whoa.
It's
do you know where to track these? You know how to, I mean, you probably do, but you go to Dex Screener.
No, I'm not. I'm not a big trader, and I
go to Dex Screener and paste these addresses in, and then you look, wait, Hourglass, ETH, Suka. So people are trading Suka for it a lot, and it has a wrapped ETH pair. So we looked at our I mean, it beat up on ETH. Look at it, you would have 1 ETH turned into 6 ETH. I mean, this thing made you some money. Wow. And then I just add a few quick indicators here. Like if you just type in RSI, it'll bring up the relative and the SRSI. So I just do that.
Share your screen again. Go ahead and share your screen.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot.
Yeah, you're good. I want to see it.
Apologitos.
I love, and I was watching. Yeah, I was watching your channel the other day, and you were talking about the Pocket Network. I didn't know they have a coin. I didn't even know they had a coin. The Pocket.
See, we put it together. This is how it works.
Yeah.
So,
man.
Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, let's look at this on the daily. So the daily needs to come on down. If I'll pull a fib on this.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about it really, but
I'll tell you.
Price movement is amazing.
Yeah.
It looks like it has some type of use case, and so But that comes back down to the 618 at 16 cents. I mean, that is going to be when the daily resets. So I'm waiting for the daily to reset on the stochastics. And if we, oh my gosh, that would be the sweet spot. Now I might just end up making a side flag. We don't know, but any consolidation here, once it resets on the daily, tells me that it could continue, and this could be something this small where it ends up doing something like that too.
Right.
Yeah, just be careful, right? But
yeah. And so let me tell you what's behind this.
Yeah, break down this coin. Hourglass.
Hourglass weight is associated with a TV show that's up and coming called Next Crypto Gym. And BitBoy's going to be on the show. And George, I'm George. We're all George.
Really?
Yes. Really? And some other big names and celebrities, including one of the founders of Shark Tank, or one of the original Shark Tank guys, all kinds of stuff. And George keeps mentioning and hinting at a new little coin that he's getting into. And
this is
people are beginning to put
it. You just dropped a gem on us, man. Like you just, I think we're going to have to bring you on my channel like once a month. And you're going to be like, we're going to call you like the leprechaun. We have to, maybe we could do some Irish. I don't know if you're Irish. I'm Irish, but I think you Crypto Grady, right? I mean, and we could be like, we're bringing on the gem master again. You know what I mean? And you could just give us like 2 or 3 things that you're deep diving on. And then I could be like, hey man, like subscribe to this guy's channel, man. He's got those. Cause this is huge. This is huge.
I know. And so guess how I found out about all this? This guy named Jet is a hustler. He works so hard. He's got a heart of gold. His core values are strong. And I was talking to BitBoy in Miami. And then lo and behold, here comes this guy named Jet talking about this new TV show he's doing. So I'm like, and he's like, I saw you yelling about DeFi Kingdoms everywhere you went. All right. So we start talking DeFi Kingdoms. Okay. And so I'm hoping and praying this show's coming out in May or June. It's going to be on Amazon Prime. It's going to be on regular cable TV. It's going to be in like 50 different countries and 15 different languages. And he's got all the money he needs in the world because of his partnerships. He's got everything he needs. And look out. And I think DeFi Kingdoms has a real good chance to be on the show. And it's like a Shark Tank combined with the voice of crypto projects called Next Crypto Gym. So there was
Altcoin Daily is going to be involved. I think I found out about this. Altcoin Daily is also going to be in there, right?
Well, you know what? Altcoin Daily, I think there's another.
They're doing another show, right? Like they're doing their own show. That's a different show that they're on, I guess, right?
Yeah, it's a different one. So I'm excited.
Crypto's breaking into media, and they're going to come. Dude, we're going to become the next TV stars. Like everyone that has like a substantial crypto channel right now, they're going to come to us and be like, "Yo, do you want to be a contestant on?" I'm just waiting for my turn, man. That's why you got to just throw your hat in the ring and stay relevant, man. You stay relevant. You never know. Like we could make a movie. Like,
I know
a movie. Like, oh man,
baby. Yes. Yeah. So
like Ben was at my house like 3 weeks ago, and I'm sitting there looking at this guy. Like I'm like, is this man standing in my, like he was standing right here in my studio, right? He's in my basement, right? My studio's in my basement. I'm looking at him like, is that Ben Armstrong, like literally in my like in my, is he in my home? Like I was sitting there like, is this real? Like I'm not trying to like, I love him to death. Like he's considered a friend to me, and some people definitely like celebritize him like, oh God, it's Ben. And I wasn't even thinking, number one, I was looking at like, wow, he's a known person in my house. But at the same time, I was more like, I had a vision. I went on this little journey of mine and I ended up having the biggest, basically crypto YouTuber in my house 3 years later from my beginning of my vision. Like, and that doesn't happen to everybody. Like everyone has a vision, but like, that was like, so I was like, man, this is coming full circle, cause we kept going on shows together and I kept being like, I gotta meet Ben. Then I'm in Miami and he sees me like while he's on stage and he saw me. He's like, I see you live, I'll try to, but then he had to offer off and like, I never got to shake his hand. Then later on, I kept texting with him and I was like, yo, where are you going to be at? But I didn't want to I don't want to be like, where you at? But I definitely was like, dude, if I'm in Miami, like I got to shake your hand. You put me on ATB, so many people know who I am because of you. Like you helped me, man. Like I'm never going to ever not say you didn't help me and you didn't change my life. Like I will always be forever grateful for Ben. You know what I mean? Because he shared his channel and like, he, I don't know. It's just that essence. And that's why I go on your channel. That's why if anyone asks me, I don't care what you're doing. If we have a connection and I believe in you, I'm showing up because people, I didn't finish my first statement too. I emailed Crypto Love out of nowhere. Hey, would love
Oh,
to be on your
baby.
channel. I've been watching you, blah, blah, blah. Next thing you know, he's like, yeah, set up a Zoom next week. He has 250,000 subscribers.
I love him.
I had 4,000. He didn't blow me off. He let me, and then what he did, you know what he did? I asked to be on my channel. That's all I asked. He came on, I put my little interview up. It got the 700 views. I was like, he took it. He asked for a copy of it nicely, or he recorded it without saying anything. He found the banner to my YouTube channel. He put it below our interview, and then he cut pieces of it and then made it his 5-minute video the next day on his channel. And I'm like, and he didn't even tell me he was going to do that. And I was like, yo, what a nice guy. Like, he just spotlighted me, and I got like 1,000 subscribers the next morning, you know? And I was like, oh my God. So,
hey, that's how I found out about you. That's it. I first heard about you from Crypto Love. And
no way.
So I'm a subscriber, but I had just forgotten about you until I saw you being on BitBoy. And that's why we're here, really, is because you were on BitBoy. It's like, wow, that just hit me like a ton of bricks. I love Crypto Love, baby.
So
wow.
Everyone that wants to jump into the space, man, it starts with an email. It starts with you. Like, you make a decision to do something and the world will respond. But if you don't make the decision, the world will just keep going and no one will shake your hand. No one will invite you. No one will care. Because I lived a life of depression where I was kind of subdued for a while. And I was like, kind of like, I worked the night shift. You didn't see me a lot. I kind of stayed in the background, but I knew I had this gift. And I was like, man, I got to get out there. I got to get out there to the world, baby. Because if I can get out there and people can find out who I truly am and what I want to do, then there's going to be someone like Crypto Grady that wants to bring that energy. And then there's going to be someone else like the Dreamer who brought his energy. And then there's going to be Love. And then there's going to be BitBoy. And there's going to be, and next thing you know, you're in the mix. But if you didn't push forward, if you didn't have the vision, if you stayed in your depression and you just kept beating yourself up and I'm never going to do it and I suck and you know what, just self freaking hatred and self-talk and just negative crap, and we don't get out of that zone, we go nowhere. You know what I mean? We go nowhere. So you're motivating me, man. You're making me realize what a beautiful life this is. Like, I met you in Miami. If I didn't go out to Miami, we wouldn't be doing this right now.
Oh my gosh. That one video that one time when I was like, Crypto Lifer, I love you. I just did a chat out there and you went on like a 5-minute rant about tell everybody that you love them. That was.
Oh yeah. And we all said, we love you, Grady. And I have my community. We do love attacks in my community. Other ones do hate attacks. We do love attacks. Like, someone comes new on my channel, I'm like, attack that man with love. Send as much love to that person as you can right now. Like, show everyone in the world how strong my community is. Like, how much we put love forward, because love is the strongest frequency in the world. When you live in love, you cannot be beaten. I'm telling you right now. They want you to go the other way. They want you to get violent. They want you to get upset. They want you to go the negative way and fill yourself with negative frequency. Then they drag you to their frequency. Right. You need to raise up. You need to raise your frequency so high that you could just permeate right through them. You don't even feel it. You're just walking on water. You know what I mean?
Yep. It's like, this weird negative vibration energy that people bring out is, man. But you're right.
We might have found ourselves a 50x gem here. We might have found ourselves something pretty. So it's going to have backing of big YouTube channels. We know this on the low in a way, right? So we know it's going to get that pumponomics. All right.
Yeah.
It's connected to a giant. I mean, you see the known people right here. Layla, Brian, George. Yeah. It's connected to a giant. And then you already said the people connected to it have connections worldwide. This thing is huge.
Huge. Like, BitBoy's on there. BitBoy's going to be on.
How do you get this gift?
So I connected with Jet in Miami, just the energy, same thing. He was drawn to the energy, right? And now I spoke with him for an hour. He's got all kinds of things going. And so what it's going to be like is there was over 100 projects that submitted to apply to be on the show. Then I think they're going to have, and this is like, so he can't tell me what's everything exactly. It's coming out May, June. There's going to be a top 16. Okay. And then there's going to be a top 4. And then I think there's going to be a winner. Right. And they just look at the fundamentals of different projects. They try to make it exciting. So it's real pro crypto, and all the projects that make it onto the show, it's going to be real positive. Like, even if they lose, it's still going to be a positive, uplifting for crypto in general and those projects that are going to be on there. And I'm hoping and praying that DeFi Kingdoms,
so even just being on there is going to give you the, like, even if you win, everyone's going to know what your token is. I mean, no,
Right.
it's going to put
Right.
eyes on it like no one's ever seen before in the crypto space. This is
Yes.
interesting, man. You're getting me kind of goosebumps because now I'm like the volume that I saw is nothing, right? Because I only saw volume that YouTube brought, right? And like you know what I mean? Like we weren't live broadcasting on Amazon Prime and stuff like this. Like, oh my God, bro! Like 2025, like the bull rally could be something we've never even thought about because like we might have Netflix documentaries. And once how quick these guys are, like Apple will make like once one does programming, they all just that crypto show's hot. Make a crypto show quick. Just grab who you can, and they're just like, yo, Crypto Grady, Lifer, get over here.
It's not like that at all. So, and another guy helping him with the whole show is one of the original Shark Tank guys. You got BitBoy on there. And so George keeps hinting at this little, because George is not a degen at all. So, he's just, pretty cut and dry with his approach to things, but he keeps mentioning
Bitcoin gonna go up.
degen coin, right? Yeah. But he hasn't disclosed what it is, but people are starting.
This is definitely it. Yeah, this is it. This is
100% it.
Yeah, we're not stupid.
Yeah.
We know what's up.
And
so we have insight right now.
Mm-hmm.
We have insight right now into something that could be huge, man. And we know about it before everybody else does. This is pretty awesome.
And Kevin, you can get this on Uniswap. It's Ethereum-based coin, or you can get it on Bitmart.
Yeah, that tiny exchange. Yeah.
Right.
So the place to get it is on Uniswap. Everyone, if you need to take my MetaMask class, I offer it for $100. You can buy it off me. It's a PowerPoint. It's amazing. You buy that MetaMask course, and it takes you through all the top swaps. Basically breaks down what like you would know that QuickSwap is the main swap for Matic. You would know that Spooky Swap is the main swap for Phantom. You would know that Uniswap is the main swap for Ethereum. And I give you the top 7 chains from Phantom to Solana down to I think we even added we did 7 chains. We did Avalanche, basically the main chains you would need to know. And then I even do a swap for you. I show you how to swap. I even do a pool and a farm. I explain the difference between pooling and farming, where you take 2 assets, or you take 2 assets to turn them into one in a pool, or in a farm, or do you just pool 1 asset and gain it back? I use Cake as the example on Pancake Swap. Pancake Swap is the premier swap for Binance Smart Chain. So you start understanding, and because recently Matic was going to get a move, so I put out a chart for QuickSwap because I knew Quick was the swap for Matic, and if Matic got and optimism started to move, Matic would move, QuickSwap would gain some move. So I even chart based off of what I know on DeFi, and it helps my charting because I'm like, oh, Matic's just got, like, sometimes they'll get a TV out, or you'll hear, Avalanche just got 150 billion to incubate. Of course that's going to pump the price of Avalanche. They're going to be incubating. More people are going to be coming in. You're going to see APY, APRs, So I study DeFi thoroughly, and I know it in and out. You'll meet other traders, and they'll be like, I just know how to trade. I don't know anything about crypto. And I'll look at them I'll be like, but you're in cryptocurrency. Like, it's time to but again, understanding TA, understanding all this, it takes a hyperactive brain. You have to study 10 hours a day in TA, and then 5 hours a day on crypto, and then back and forth. And you have to somehow get a crypto education and a technical analysis education, which are 2 different niches in a way, which people don't realize. But
and so you don't want to go halfway. There's no going halfway if you want to be a trader with this man. You got to put in the hard work and dedication. 10 hours a day, he's not kidding. If you want to be successful and do it right and kick ass and make money doing it, you got to put in the work and the time.
Yesterday I worked at 5. I woke up at 5:45. My first Bitcoin update around 6 a.m. I start scanning markets for the group. I start putting updates, things. I start, teaching, putting up ideas. Then I work with my team to get the thumbnail ready. We talk about the theme of the day. We go over the news, the segments, what we're going to do, all that stuff. Then I'm still in the trading group a little bit. I work out. I put the tie on. By 10 o'clock, I'm there ready to rock. That tie was on until 10 last night. I took my tie off last night. I was just I was done. I was like, dude, I am done. And I work from home, but I feel like I'm leaving an office in New York City when I'm done, because I'm just my wife's upstairs, are you ever going to come up? Are you done yet? And I'm like, all right, I'm shutting the computer down. I can't do any more.
I love it. Just the grind. So another thing, with this TV show, I am just hoping and praying DeFi Kingdoms, I think, has a strong chance to make it into the top 4. And they're shooting.
Really?
Yes. So
The
DeFi
top
Kingdoms, look at the
4
market
coins in
cap.
the world?
Top 4 of this TV show, which
Okay,
you can't be in the top 100 market cap. You got to be a gem, like a small gem that nobody knows about with an awesome.
Oh, so yeah, I get it. So yeah. Okay. So you got you have to be a crap coin. No offense. You have to be a coin, right? But
Yeah,
with the potential to be a real coin, because
right.
there's 100, because right now there's a crap coin out there that what
Yep.
looks like, I don't want to be rude, but you know what I mean. It's in that level of lowbrow.
Uh-huh.
You
Oh
got to be
yeah,
lower than the $20 million market cap or $30 million market cap, maybe even 5, right?
right.
Something out there is going to become something. We know that's a fact. Of those 2,000, 3,000 coins, and it's a shot in the dark, we don't know, something's going to become something. You get better at, see, most people look at it and be like, how would I ever find one out of the 3,000? But I've done it already. I 100x Save Moon. Like, I don't know how I did it. I found Shiba Inu on April 18th. You know how I did it? Keeping my ear to the grindstone, being open-minded to other human beings, no matter who they were. I did a tutor. I tutored someone one day. I was tutoring a lawyer in San Francisco. He wanted a once a week. He just liked to sit with me for an hour once a week. He had the money. He was making freaking 10 grand a week or something. So he's like, yeah, I'll pay the lifer $100 an hour to sit with him, And we would, every Thursday night we'd chill. And one night he's like, yo, I want to give you something this time. He's like, how about Shiba Inu? Like, this is this new thing. And I was like, dude, what? I was like, I have so many of these little things. And I threw $300 into it. And it did go to $4 grand. I ended up selling it. This thing went to $7. That $300 would have been 70 grand. Like the night after I sold it, it went to Coinbase, and I was like, and I never checked my wallet. Like, it's the funniest thing ever. Like, but whatever, man. This is what you go through as, But then Safe Moon, $300 turned into 30 grand. And a buddy of mine piggybacked my idea. And when I had $300 in, and it went up to like 900, he was like, let me, I should get into that. Show me how. And I was like, well, this is Safe Moon if you want to do it. And he did it. He put in $2,500 and it turned into $250,000.
Dang.
Yeah,
man.
So I must have over 100x, because at one point, like, our money together was like almost $300,000, and it was $2,800. It's so crazy, man. Like,
I've got some stories, man. Like, I remember when I first got into Dragon Chain, it got launched on KuCoin. I put in like a couple $100, and then it went up to $28,000. I was fairly new into crypto. I wrote it all the way back down without taking anything.
How? Like, how? It's funny. I went into Dragon Chain early too, because Joe Gates, the guy, was working with Disney, right? And I kept watching it. His name was Gatz, right? Joey Gatz. And I was like, dude, this could be hot. And I still own some of it. Like, I've been holding this one for like 5 years now. It's insane. It's funny. It's supposed to be the cool. They had some connection with Disney, and the guy that had worked for Disney had made Dragon Chain, and like, his name was Joey Gate. Let me see if I can find his name here in the about section. Is the name of the face there? Is that him there? Yeah, Joey Rowitz. I don't know why I said Gates. I knew it was an ETS at the end, and I kept thinking it was a GAETS. But Joey Rowitz, the architect, founder, and chief executive officer of Dragon Chain, 20 years of experience in software architecture, focused primarily on security and scalability. I mean, he, look right here. He worked at several companies such as Walt Disney, Lockheed Martin. Like, so I heard Walt Disney in this guy's name, and I was like, man, like, and again, I was speculating, but will this ever come out? Like, what will ever happen to some of these coins?
I know. I think it kind of died off. Like Disney, I remember when Disney was like, they were a part of the project, and then they cut ties, and that's when it was like, oh,
yeah. So I speculated until I couldn't anymore.
Wild, man.
Yeah.
So, man, there's so much.
This is I'm feeling the whole purpose. This is a great meeting, and I found this gem, man. This is interesting. Like, this is very, very interesting.
And once George actually drops what the coin is, look out.
It's gonna fly.
It's gonna fly.
And I'm putting a G on it. I'm gonna put a G on it and just let it sit. Not financial advice.
Right. I know, because I got in, like when it was at 4.6 or 4.7 cents. And so I don't, I'm not, and I told everyone I'm not going to sell. So I don't want to pump my own bags. I just, full disclosure there. So anyways, and I won't sell anything. If I do take a little profits, it'll probably be when the show starts. this summer, you know.
Yeah, because that's so like you're
and I think so the point of the coin, I know Jet has a lot of vision for it. He's the co-founder of the TV show named Jet, Ultra Starter on Twitter, and they're going to create an app for the TV show, and there'll be a lot of use case apparently for the coin. But at first I was like real skeptical. I was just trying to support Jet, and I was trying to get DeFi Kingdoms in his good graces, you know? So I bought up some of his coin, and lo and behold, I didn't even expect it to do all this.
Well, today too, I mean, Bitcoin, right? Just in Biden administration proposes 30% tax on electricity used for Bitcoin mining. It's hindering the transition to a low emission energy future. It's just like they're
Right.
man, like so you know, Bitcoin got hit hard the last few days. You know, Silvergate. Now we even see we see a regular company, a fintech or a tech startup bank just went under today, right? What was it? Scale something? I don't know. I went over the news earlier today. I got it here. Where is it? Unemployment rate was higher than normal.
Oh, it did? Did unemployment go up? Did Powell speak already today?
Unemployment went up, which was good, right? We need Silicon Valley Bank went down. I mean, like a pivotal lender to tech startups. They sold off 21 billion bonds in portfolio to shore up liquidity, which makes you know that something's going on over there. Like they're running out of money. And they support a lot of big tech companies that are probably got loans and that may stifle innovation. And I mean, when you keep raising the interest rate, right? See, what people don't realize is the interest rate does so many different things. If I owned a construction business, I can't, and I was about to go get a $100,000 loan and build, and begin to build 2 homes. If the interest rate goes up too high, like I can only take out like a $60,000 loan. I can only build 1 home. So now I can only hire 5 guys instead of 10 guys. Right.
Yep.
So then there's 5 less guys going to the local bar to grab a beer, to tip the waitress or to grab a burger, right? After they go to work, and then they don't take an Uber home. And then that waitress gets laid off because they're not making enough money at the restaurant. So, right. And now she goes on unemployment and yada, yada, yada. So, they want this. This is what they want, because if they raise rates, they're going to stifle the money supply, and then people are going to lose their jobs. And like the Democrats who made the Inflation Reduction Act, which we all know doesn't reduce inflation. Like it actually creates more by $2 trillion. I just saw the math today. I just went over it right before our thing. The guy took a thing out and he says, I did the assessment. Like it's going to add 2 trillion to the deficit in the end of it all. Like, he's like 12 months later, you went from 15 to 17. You know what I mean? Lifer got me up in the morning because if I missed that live stream, I felt incomplete. I love you, Stack, man. My man, Stack.
Yeah, man.
So
yeah, they're just printing all this money out of thin air. And then, of course, we knew this was coming.
Yeah. I've been talking about inflation since 2010. I've been telling friends and family that we need to buy. First, it was buy gold and silver as much as you can, right? Then I had 40 grand of it in a backpack in a 1-bedroom apartment. And I was like, where do I go with all this? And I was like, oh, you sign up to these professional vault services and you ship it to them and you spend like $300 a year and they tell you that it's safe. And then, if there was an earthquake or something, like, would you ever get that gold and silver? No. Like, if you don't have gold and silver in your, like, with 5 armed guards around your own vault, like, it's not yours. Like, that's how I looked at it. So I realized that I was like, what do I do now? And thank God, I swear, it's almost like God was like, well, here's Bitcoin, young Sam. Like, why don't you just start, and I was like, this looks just like gold. It has a scarce asset. They're going to have it every 4 years. A smarter guy, smarter than me, smarter than the whole world created, maybe an alien race. I don't know who put out that equation, but someone could, when you do a game of chess and like what you're, you kind of think through what your opponent's going to do. The person that can hold the most mental capacity is better at chess. Like someone that can remember multiple moves at once, like is going to be better at chess. Right. So if I can, I got his pawn could go there, his rook could go there, then if his rook goes there, he might encastle. If he encastles, then he'd go sideways. But then I have to block that and say, well, if he doesn't encastle, then he'll have a double horse. And if his horse, and at one point you have to stop. But the active mind can create as many, and that's what makes someone good at chess, really, is like, and also trading is the same way. You don't know what's going to happen in trading, but you set up as many if, and, or buts. and you set up 100 rows. Like if the 7 does this, and that's why watching me can be confusing to a beginner, because I can be like, 1 hour looks bearish, but I'm waiting on the 7. 7 did this, and then I'm about to be, and then I say I'm bullish, and next thing you know, I'm like, 7 minutes flipping. I'm gonna wait for the 7 minute to confirm, and you're like, but he was just bullish, and then he says he's gonna go bearish if the 7, like, because I'm never making my decision until I get a confirmation. You know what I mean? It's an in and out thing. But what brings me to saying this is because we have so many people that don't think of the possible scenarios. You know, they just think of life as what it is, and life isn't just what it is. Life is many different possibilities, and that's what creates a good entrepreneur. An entrepreneur doesn't know what's going to be the best-selling item, but they try one thing, they try another thing, and then when that doesn't work, they flip. Like they're always willing to be wrong, and they're always willing to change what when they're halfway in. That's, you know what I mean? When I transitioned from someone that just did a 9 to 5 into a real entrepreneur that was making my destiny every single day, there was no paycheck just coming to me because I sat in a chair. I realized that I was riding by the seat of my pants. Like my life had changed. Like I was bringing in opportunity at any moment that I could, any second that I could. Like it was a constant move instead of just waiting for my paycheck at the end of every week. It was, yes, it's scarier at one point because you're not getting anything constant. But once you solidify who you are and you realize that you can swing from the branches, you're never going to want to go back to being in the safe place again, you know?
That's so good, man. And that's one thing with you and your trader too. You're so not emotional. So your approach to the trading, no emotions. And he has his own, he's a mad scientist on the charts. He has his own approach to things that's unique. You won't see it anywhere else. And you'll see aspects of what he does with all the traders, but you won't see the crypto lifer magic. You know, he's got his own way of doing things. He's a blaze your own trail kind of guy. I love it, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's and I think anyone that goes that hard, if you spend that much time alone doing it, you'll eventually
yeah.
You know. Funny, you know, DZ, he just tweeted fictional reserve banking. It's so funny.
You gotta love DZ, man. I love it.
Man.
So you mentioned I'll come on your channel anytime. You tell me to jump, I'll say how high, baby. I love it. We can talk anything. Talk about anything on there.
Well, I think the crux of this is people just got given a gem, man. This hourglass coin, and I'm gonna bring it up now on my channel tomorrow. Like, I'm probably gonna use it. I'm gonna let out the bag, but it'll probably be like a little bit of a clickbaity thumbnail. It'll be like, you know, new hot coin. Like, is there a new hot coin coming out? Like, you know, I mean, I'll be like, Bitcoin struggles, but did I find the next alt? You know, and it's like, this is gonna be pretty cool, man. You gave me a gem here. You know, people are gonna come to me and say, I found out about it from me. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna be like, well, it was Crypto Grady gave it to me. You know what I mean? But and I'm pretty good at speculation. And again, not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and you should be taking as financial advice. But you know, if I had to give a speculative probability on this, I believe this is at least a 5 to 10x. Easy.
Because once BitBoy drops it, once George drops it, like once they actually drop that that's the coin they're getting into, and then once the TV show comes out, oof, look out. Yeah.
Wow.
It's so interesting.
It's like I woke up today just for this. You know, you ever know, like, I mean, the day was great. A lot of stuff happened, but like this, I know is something this could make me a lot of money, man. Like, this is interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's such a tiny, dinky little market cap coin. And same with Jewel. So that's my point here with Jewel, is that the use case of Jewel is and everything going with this project. And if DeFi Kingdoms is able to make it on this show, other things are coming too with DeFi Kingdoms, big things that I can't talk about it.
Yeah. So here's the deal. When am I becoming an ambassador? Where's my salary? Where's my salary? I'm messing with you, but I mean, as I'm saying this, I've never asked anyone to be a part of their team. Like, I got a little FOMO just now, man. I was like, yo, they might be into something that I kind of want to be in on there. I want to kind of be part of that, you know? So
I could go on for 12 hours straight about the DeFi Kingdoms project.
I'm telling everyone, I'm a lucky guy. I think even just being on this live stream and getting this alpha is lucky. Like, and it's coming from the depths of crypto. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
people are going to overlook this. And so another thing I want to say is this. Yes, I know you might be somewhat skeptical. You know, the graphics aren't huge. They're 2D graphics. They're cool. It's a $14 million market cap. No, I just want to break down, you know what I mean? I don't want to, I'm just breaking down this, you know, what people will boil it down to when they want to break it down in their eyes. But what I will tell you is this. I just went over job interviews. You know, I don't know why an article came up and was like, how to make a good job interview. Because I don't do job interviews anymore. Like, I just wanted to be like, what would it be like if I had to go to a job interview again? Like, and it was like, how to nail it. Like, what are they looking for? And when I thought about it, I was like, you know, what it comes down to, they said people can teach skills, but self-awareness, all right, is something that like everyone, you know, if you're a smart person at your at the place, that's interviewing the people should be looking for. Because someone who's self-aware can fix their issues and learn and continue to grow. But someone who's not self-aware will they'll be upset when you point things out to them. They can't really grow. It's hard for them to evolve, right? So you'll be looking at more of self-awareness over skill. Point of what I'm saying about this is DeFi Kingdoms is a self-aware group of people. Like, I sat with them. Like, I put my name is so important to me. My dad sat me down and said, Sam, your name is more important than anything else in this world. Don't take any money for your name. Like, if you have to be broke, but your name stays clean, then be broke. Then be broke. Like, never let money shame your name. You know what I mean?
That's a proverb. A good name is better to have a good name than great riches.
Amen. You know, because so, you know, I could be wrong, but I looked them all dead in the face. The one guy was like, I remember him. I photographed memory. I can remember him now, exactly what he looks like. It's like I'm like staring at him, and light brown hair, right? Like, he was wearing but the dude used to, like, the biggest company in the world, one of the biggest companies in the world, Goldman Sachs, like, put this guy in head of their risk management. Like, why would he leave a life like that to go start a piece of crap project that wasn't going to go anywhere? Just didn't. That alone doesn't make sense, right? Maybe this one doesn't go and he starts a new one. I guess you could say that. All right, I'll give you that. But so my self-awareness, my ability to meet and greet people, and my energy reader was very high on this project. And honestly, I went out to Miami. There was a lot of different booths. There was really only one I left with a hat, right? Let's be honest. And so, and there's only really one that I still talk about to this day from all the people that I met there, because everyone else was kind of like, I met OVR. I met a bunch of projects. I really did. And I'm not saying they're but this is the only one that's like still clawing back into my life. And then I'm still kind of like, interesting, you know? Yeah. So to me, this is the first time where almost like I might not have seen this coin on the coin market cap. Like, I might have kind of gone by me. But when I met the team, I knew there was something different. And I saw I believe I met 4 of you. Might have been 5. But I know for sure I felt like I met 4 individuals. And I could bet that those 4 people were going to be working on this project a year or 2 years from now. Like, I just had this, they didn't look like they were going anywhere. Our main conversation was how much you had to grind in the bear market and how they did not care, that they believed in what they were doing. And they were going to make it real. Like, just like I made my channel real, like he's making his, like they were going to make it happen. I don't think they're going to fail. Like, so I don't know, you know, so DeFi Kingdoms looks interesting to me at $14 million market cap because I like the team. He dropped a gem on us with Hourglass here. This is something we should definitely look at. This is Wait, WAIT, Hourglass. You're talking the biggest channels in cryptocurrency are going to start opening their mouth about this thing. That's right. We're speculating, but it's what coin? If it's not this coin, what coin is it? You know?
So. Yeah. Right. I already know this is it 100% without question. The one that George keeps hinting towards.
Dude, you did it. Now I know you're a gem. See, now I'm like, dude, I got to keep Crypto Grady as a co-pilot now. When I'm flying and I'm going to the moon, Crypto Grady's got to be somewhere in the plane, man. You're part of my puzzle, man. There's something to it.
Anytime. If you ever need anything, this is all I do full time.
I'm going to Zoom with you. We should privately Zoom too, or you know, we should just make our private Zooms live streams now and just go over coins together randomly.
Yeah,
dude.
And I dive into the white paper. The core values of the team is a big thing I look at, like their vision and purpose. They're not if they're money driven, what is their why? Are they money driven, or do they have a why that's driving them to do a project? That's
Yeah.
always what I look for first and foremost. And then we look at the tokenomics and all the other stuff. Yeah, man.
Dude, I got to go pick up my daughter, but this has
Okay.
been an amazing hour in 15 minutes. I can't believe it. It went by like in 2 seconds. I'm super excited that we found something new and that we're looking at DeFi and that anything. Yeah, I'm excited. Crypto Grady, you're the man, dude. May
I'm
God
here for
bless
you.
you.
I
Yeah,
love you, man. Anytime you need anything, hit me up. Let's do it.
and yeah, and you're on Twitter, right? You're all over the place, right?
Yep.
What's your
Yep.
Twitter? What's your Twitter? I'll follow your handle.
It's actually at Grady Gamble, and I want to change it to at Crypto Grady. And I didn't think it was even possible, but then someone said yesterday you can change it on. Just has to be on a computer, not on the phone.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I'm already following you. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Look
we
at
can
that.
mess.
That's you.
I love it.
This is you, right? I'm like, is
Yeah,
that
that's
you?
me. You
I'm
got
like,
it. That's me without the beard.
yeah. I had long hair once. All right, man. I got to run. I'm late. God bless you,
Love
man.
you.
Have a
Love you,
great
man.
day. Love you too with all my heart, man. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you for always being a supportive lifer. And this is just the beginning of our relationship, man. God bless you. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. God bless you. Go. Be with the wife, kids. Love
Be
you,
safe.
man. You're the best.
You too, man. God bless. Have a great night.
God bless.
Thank you.
Yes. Man, what a guy. I love him. I love him. I love him. Just the energy, connection. So fun. Guys, what a birthday present. This was my birthday present, baby, right here. And it was a whirlwind trying to get, my head was spinning, trying to get everything together this morning. But anyways, go give Crypto Lifer some love in the description below. You can go follow his channel. He's phenomenal, dude. Just a good dude, really good dude. So just give him shout outs. I'm not a big trader, but I just love the guy. So I try to watch him every day, every single day. It's not always live. If I can catch him live, it's awesome. Give him shout outs. But a lot of times I watch him after the fact, 2x speed, get through it, watch that channel, and you'll learn a lot of things. He's just always grinding, always teaching. He's got his private stuff too. If you want to really dive in, if you're 100% dead serious about getting in and being a trader, that's a great option for you. I love this guy. I love you guys. Love learning. Love learning's always on there. I think he's a mod. He's always giving me, every time I comment, always giving me shout outs on there. And same with Lifer Friend, I think. Love you guys. I know that I knew I got to get Lifer on the channel because we'll just jive. We just had an instant connection. In fact, I remember watching him for months, every single day. I was watching, I was always like, man, I need to connect with this guy. I always knew someday I will connect with him. I love it. Love him. Love you guys. Ogre, baby. I love you guys. Crypto Grady out. We'll catch up soon. We got About Life podcast, Mythic Squad doing all kinds of stuff tonight. Love you guys. We'll catch you later. And there's the Dragons Crossing. Dragons Crossing is about to do, I think, a town hall or something coming up. Anyways, love you guys. Yes. Crypto Grady out.